All right, welcome everyone to today's match in SATAC ETF versus CETAV CETAV, we'll call them. Um, I am honored to be joined by Edits from 45th and
Hello.
Zim from FTQ.
Hey there.
So, CETAV is a virtual training center of weapons and tactics, CETAV for the Spanish translation is a squad which represents South America and based in Argentina. We have other activities apart from our competitive team, which aims to simulate as close as possible to reality. For that, we count on real aeronautic professionals among our members. Our activities include, but are not limited to, weekly training, dynamic campaign, internal and inter squad missions, fictitious and historical, etc. Our members fly every modules and are always ready to help. We have two dedicated servers, Persian Gulf and Caucasus, available 24/7 for training fun. And as for ETF, and I'll put the CTAB Discord here. We are a results driven squadron who take pride in their members' success and growth. We are a competitive DCS squad. We participate in tournaments. We sometimes accept new players if they show promise and commitment. We predominantly field the following aircraft: JF-17, Hornet, Viper, and Tomcat. If you wish to apply, send me an application in the Apply Here channel, and I will send their Discord invite. So, as the teams join here, I will do the coin flip. And of course, somebody's hitting my ring doorbell, making my dogs go crazy. All right. So, guys, I will hit start. So, we have Persian Gulf and Caucasus available today. So, we have one 12-sided die. So, I'm going to hit start. Zim, when you're ready, just say stop and I'll hit the stop button. Ready? Go.
Ready. Stop.
All right, 11. So that is Ross Lewa, Weather 2. All right, let me go change the mission. Give me 1 second.
Pretty sure that's Persian Gulf, right?
That is Persian Gulf.
Sounds good.
I still can't wait for one of these to be downtown Dubai at Bulls.
That
Yeah, I'd like that.
would be cool. All right, both mission has been restarted. We are. Let me just. Get rid of this SRS. And in chat, if you can let me know if the music is at a good level, and if you can hear Zim and edits well enough, I would really appreciate it. So it looks like so far we've got a CETAV and a Viper, one Hornet, 3 other Vipers. Guess we're waiting on one other pilot to join or slot
Yep.
in. ETF, as usual, in their JF-17. So what do you guys think about the JF-17 today with the SD-10 PL5s versus the 120s from CETAV? Oh, we do have a J11 from CETAV. So
Well, I think the PL12 or S10, whatever it is, it's pretty good, you know, around like the same range as an AMRAM, but it does have 2 motors, which helps it keep its speed down low, so it's pretty good up close.
I agree with that. The SD-10 is a hateful missile still
Yep.
let's take
versus
a
the
look.
120. 120 just says nope.
Yeah, the 120s, unfortunately, right now are not performing very well. But let's take a look at the skins here of ETF. So each of them have their own personalized skin. So you see Dizzy here in their JF-17s. Lasky. And they all seem to be taking the JF's pod jamming and data link pod, which makes sense given the
Yep.
rules here. And just let me bring that up. So as we see here, our ETF is taking the runway. So this terrain will be interesting. It's pretty flat, guys. Not a lot to hide behind. So
Yeah.
not going to be a lot of terrain masking here. So we see CETAV with 4 F-16s, an 18, and a J-11. And let's check that J-11 loadout. See 2 PL-12s or SD-10s, 2 ETs, 2 R-73s, and the jammer pods on the wingtips.
I still don't think I'll get used to them SD-10s on that thing.
Yeah, they just float around.
That's good. Confuses me.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, I love the maps that are half over water and half land. Makes it very interesting because sea pits are always, you know, not bound to happen, but they happen a lot over water.
Yeah, if you don't have your water turned up where you can see it, you don't really know what elevation it's at visually.
Yeah.
So we see here CETAV taking 3 bags, 4 120Cs, 2 AIM-9Ms. Let's just make sure those are 9Ms. Yep. Yep.
Seems like ETF's going to the runway right now.
Let's take a look. There we go, a little Rage Against the Machine streaming. Breeze leading the way. JF's taking the smaller bags on the wing there. ETF, sorry.
Yep. Can the Jeff take a fuel bag on the middle pylon?
They can, but they're taking the SPJ pod so that they can
Yeah.
jam and also get better data link.
Yep.
Did they fix the data link in the JF-17 yet? I can't
Not
remember.
fighter to fighter. So
Okay.
in SATAC there is AWACS.
Mm-hmm.
So they do have data link from AWACS, but they do not yet have fighter to fighter data link.
Copy that. Didn't think so.
Yeah. I've heard the jamming pod helps a little bit with fighter to fighter. Oh my god.
Data link's a good thing to have.
Yep.
It is a good thing to have. CETAV is being a little bit slow here to get lined up.
Yeah, it seems like 3 of them still on the taxiway.
Waiting on 216s and a J11.
Yep, I see the J11's cold starting right now. The Vipers, not so sure what's going on there, but they'll probably figure it soon.
Maybe waiting on their element.
Yep.
With the J11 leading, maybe he didn't have enough fuel or something. Had to rearm.
Maybe.
Could have been. Yeah, these are all hot starts in SATAC, so depends on what the config was in the mission. Still don't have a ready from either team.
ETF is on the runway.
ETF
Yep.
is on the runway, I suspect ready. So in SATAC, we do have a battle arena that is 100 nautical miles, essentially circular with bullseye in the middle. Each team basically will have to return to base after controlling the area for 5 minutes. All right, so ETF is given the ready. Just waiting on CTAB. Let's take a look at them. Still taxing. And unfortunately, the Ras Al Khaimah International Airport is a tiny, no taxiway, basically just inactive. So a little bit tricky to get positioned here.
Yep.
It had to have been what they're doing. Them 16s were waiting on their J11 to hit the turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah, because if he's in the back, he has no way to get there if the Vipers taxied first.
Yeah, so it looks like they've got, with the 416s, 118, and the J11, it'll be interesting to see how these guys. Whoa, what is this
Whoa.
J11 doing?
Whoa.
Getting a little close there.
It'll be interesting to see how they pair up. What kind of
Yeah.
formation they're going to take. We haven't seen CETAV. Unfortunately, their first opponent had to withdraw from the match or from the competition, so they have not flown a match yet. So this will be new to us all.
Yeah, with their setup, they're going to have a really hot J11, really good fighter to fighter with the F-18, and then they still got the 4x16s to go in as a kill team or whatever you want to call them.
Whoa. A lot happening on this tiny little runway here.
Yeah. Close to hitting each other.
And again, CETAV did not have skins. We do have skins for ETF, but not for CETAV.
I always liked ETF's black and yellow. The little yellow accents made them look cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
Oh, here's what we're doing. J11's tip of the spear, 216s, and then I wonder if the back three are going to reline.
Yep.
Maybe not.
Stream, let me know. Can you confirm you can hear Zim and edits in chat, please? Just so I know I've got OBS set up correctly. Somebody just can confirm that, please.
Chad is asking for some Top Gun music here, so
It'll be coming.
CETAV ready.
Yep, they are ready.
Here we go. There's the go. Let's actually
Yep,
watch.
we're going.
Let's watch the ETF team.
Seems like they're keeping to the back. Hot takeoff.
Watch electrical here take off. There is weight turbulence turned on in the mission, which is a bit tricky.
Yeah.
And has caused some close calls here in SATAC already so far.
Looks like CETAV's going as well.
Yeah, one by one. It'll be interesting to see what their formation is.
Yeah. The final two Jeffs are now going for ETF.
I'm going to go to F10 so I can raise. Sounds like your volume's a little low. Let me boost you guys. Give me 1 second.
All right.
CETAV's got an 18 and a 16 taken off together after doing a 1 by 1 with 116 still sitting.
Yep. I see that.
That's we'll see how it works out. There he goes. He's rolling.
All right, Nemesis, is that better? Hopefully.
I'll keep talking. I don't have anything to say at the moment, but just for sound
Yeah, we'll
purposes.
watch the ingress here. So we've got 2 ship. We'll watch ETF. Got a 2 ship And jamming is allowed. And there we go. There's burner. I expect a shot here soon. We'll just follow Toro here and see if shot comes off the rail. And if you guys see a shot, let me know.
All right. Still quite far. They're still like 70 miles.
Gotcha. So Toro just trying to build up speed now that it's up to 41,000.
Sixteen
Yeah.
miles.
Probably calls
Maybe
Riker a
just
breeze
posture.
to defend. Hell Requiem staying hot. Let's see if Riker or Breeze will send a response.
Yeah, the missile's already less than
Missiles
1,000
on
miles.
Riker. You see Riker defending.
Yep.
Hell Requiem turning cold. Breeze, I'm sure, will save that missile. Shadow Scar, though, coming in at 26 or 20,000 pretty fast. There's a missile off of Wild Child up to the north onto Electrobull. That is a probably 15-mile shot. Electrobull defending. That will
Missile's
be
pretty
no
slow.
factor. Yep. At these temps and these altitudes, these 120s are in very thick air.
Yep.
It's super hard to get a long shot off on anyone. If this was Caucasus, at negative 12 degrees, it'd be a different story. But
Yeah.
Persian Gulf,
Aspen saving shots. They were coming in pretty good and pretty good parameters for the old times, and turned cold.
Yeah.
No shot.
yeah.
Expecting a shot off Toro. Oh, yep. Just as I
SD10.
There we
said.
go. ST10 off of Toro. Good call. We'll see if that's on Breeze. They'll get an immediate missile warning.
It's on
Looks
Riker.
to be on Riker. We'll follow that missile. The missile is cooking, still at 1,600 knots. I don't think it'll...
Oh, it's on Breeze, maybe.
Is it on Breeze? All right, we'll
It
follow.
is.
I'm following the missile. Here, Breeze. And missiles
And-
notched. S2 SD10s up to the north on cold NASA and Valk.
One's already went stupid.
Yeah, one went stupid.
And one's slow.
That's the thing
Slow,
with
slow.
SD10s. You have to maintain lock until active. They do not have the standard pitbull of like a 120 where you can break lock and the radar will turn on. So
Yeah.
Hellricrum just came in, went cold, no shots. But we got Shadow Star coming in on the south, on the right.
yeah, Shadow Star staying low. Everybody low at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Under 20,000.
But he's popping up now. But I think he's on Aspen, who's cold. I wonder if he sees Breeze and Riker.
Yeah, I wonder if he sees Breeze and Riker off to
Eh.
his 2 o'clock.
He is turning
Also,
away.
Wild Child with Losky. There's a shot from Losky, probably, and a shot from Wild Child. I'm going to follow this. Zim, if you can watch that group to the east. That is
Yes, sir.
a
I'm
fast
watching.
SD10.
I'm waiting on I'm waiting on a shot from Toro. He's on Electroball and Lasky.
So
Yeah.
Losky shot on to Wild Child. Let's watch this.
Aspen way out by himself.
You can see Wild Child flaring. Not going to help against an SD10. But
SD10
down to
on
700
Breeze.
knots, that missile has been trashed.
SD10 on Breeze.
Seems like Breeze shot one at Toro.
Oh, yeah. They exchange. Let's see. The SD10 from Breeze looks dangerous. Let's watch that. On to Toro. It is tracking.
Go quick.
Toro needs to pull G's. Toro needs to pull G's.
Oh, seems like it was outsped.
Oh, and there goes Toro. Toro's down. Needed to pull more G's, put out some chaff. But
Breeze
does not
outran that one.
Breeze exactly out energies Toro's missile. But Toro was too high, not pulling enough G, not putting enough chaff out. And so we now have a 5v6.
And Naza's coming in, fired on
There's a
Lasky.
Yeah.
I wonder if he sees Electro. Yep, I guess he does. Another shot
And there's
on
a
the
shot.
right from Statustar on Riker, maybe?
I'll watch north. You guys watch down there.
Up a response on the right from, looks like Aspen.
So the shot from Losky and Naza Wild Child looked to be non-effective. Let's look down here to the south.
Missile from Breeze on Hellrikium.
Oh, there's that missile
Oh yeah,
from
Disney and
Dizzy.
Naza. Both get notched.
A really good SD10 from Breeze and a response from Helquim.
Naza and Dizzy are 3 miles right now.
Yeah, Naza and
could be a
Dizzy
kill.
are almost merged.
Oh,
There's an
no.
SD10
From Dizzy.
from Dizzy on a cold target, but the SD10 is
SD10 from
super fast.
Electrable on Wild Child. Same with the 9M going to
Watch
Dizzy.
this SD10 on a cold target.
Wild Child might die here.
Oop.
Wild Child dies.
Naza, maybe.
Down.
Naza down.
Yeah.
Naza down.
2 dead for CETAV.
3 for 6. 120 with an SD10 exchange on the
And
right.
very
Hellquay and
quickly-
Shadow Star.
Yeah, Electrobull takes
Yeah,
down Wild Child,
Star.
and Dizzy takes down Naza.
6v3 at the moment. Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
SC10
Just bad.
pull more G, and outmaneuvers that SD10.
Nice.
So we got a 3v1 up north here. There's a 120 off
Exchange.
of Valk.
The exchange
Plus
for
an
Vulcan and
exchange from Electrobull, yeah. We'll watch this. I think Electrobull will put that into the dirt.
Hellquay, I'm pushing in on the right.
Yep.
Response with an SD10.
3 misses
But it
on
immediately went down.
Elysium.
Oh,
Hellquay was in trouble.
That could be dangerous.
That 120 from Valk is killed.
Oh,
There
3 him
goes
down.
Oh, and he
Oh,
goes
him
down.
2 SD10s onto Shadow Scar. Oh, notches
Nice.
the last one, but turning directly
Good
into
beat.
Losky. Let's see what Losky has left, though. Losky has no SD10s, only PL5s.
Yep.
And Shadow Star does still have 120.
Miss on
There
last.
it goes.
Launches it onto Lasky. Lasky immediately turns cold, but Dizzy coming in. Let's see if Dizzy has. Dizzy does have a SD10. Lasky
like
going
Lasky
into the
notched it.
notch. Perfect notch.
Yeah, we got to watch Valk, though. He's still got 2 Sparrows, 120, and 2 heaters.
He launches on Aspen. Aspen immediately goes cold. Riker launches on Valk, but Valk turns cold. Shadow Scar now coming back in. Breeze. Oh, that's a dangerous SC10 from Breeze onto Shadow
Yeah.
Scar. That could be very
That's on
difficult.
Valk. That's on Valk.
It does seem like it's on Vulc.
Is it on
Should be
Valk?
safe.
Oh,
It's tracking.
It is. It's from Vulc on
Let's track it.
Electrobull, I assume.
oh, it was on
Valk
Vulcan.
down.
Got
Valk
it. Oh,
down.
interesting. But it got a 120 off before dying. Will that track? It is tracking.
Yeah,
Check
Valk went
this
down with 5
120.
missiles.
Shadow Star only has 9 Ms left. And a missile on him from
120
Aspen.
is tracking. Oh,
3 miles,
She
that's really
done.
dangerous.
was Vald. Who shot that?
And-
Aspen? And there
And
it
he
is.
goes down.
That's the round.
It is
So
the round.
6-0 win
6 alive for TF.
for ETF.
Yep.
All right. So with that, ETF takes the round. Of course, they have to land. But with the Econo, what is it called? The engine on the JF. Econo
Not so sure.
Sabers. They should be fine with fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Diesel gets good fuel economy.
For
Don't
SATAC,
they have MiG-29
Um,
engines?
they do. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
For SATAC, you have to land at your own airbase, right?
Yes, you have
Not
to
so
land
sure.
at your own airbase. That's correct.
All right.
That becomes a problem when you fly so many tourneys. You're like, where do I go now?
I know.
Yeah.
You know, with the ACC
Definitely
going on
everything.
right now, it's land on enemy airbase, which is cool because it forces teams to press. You can't just camp, near your base.
Exactly.
But with
Yep.
SATAC, you do have to return to your airbase. So,
That's one of them things. If the rules didn't change, no one would be on their toes anymore.
yep.
Yup.
So it looks like Riker still holding on to an SD10, 2 PL5s. Aspen, 2 PL5s. Breeze, 2 PL5s. Electrobull, 1 SD10, 2 PL5s. Dizzy, 1 SD10, 2 PL5s. They could jet those SD10s if they wanted to eliminate some drag, but
Do you guys know how much fuel the Jeff has or carries?
With those 2 external tanks, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either. If I had
I
had to
think
guess, there's still probably 50% fuel or so internal.
I think with the 2 external 800-pound tanks, it's like
And what we need is an
14,000
expert in
pounds.
the chat.
Not sure. Yeah. Anybody in chat know what they start out with the 2 wing tanks? Let us know.
That 18 died with 5 missiles on it. I was hoping he was going to get in there and do some work.
Yeah, that hurts. When you lose somebody
Yeah.
early with a lot of missiles on them. Trust me, I know. I've been the first kill with the full truck of an F-14 loaded with AIM-54s, and that's for the team. Just a huge, morale killer. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Yeah.
F-18, with its data link too, even though there is data link, AWACS, and SATAC, still helps have that Hornet donating.
No,
Yep.
I still vote make Phoenix great again, because
And
it
yes,
was
please.
bad. It was bad when you just like first hit the bubble, hit fence in parameters, and all of a sudden you got a 14 spike, and you're like, oh no, and then insert Ralphie meme of I'm in danger.
I never got
Yeah,
to play during that.
I miss those days. I think I had the highest KD in SATAC of 2020 with the F-14 with DS player as my Rio, and we would just destroy. But sadly, I still think, guys, with these comps getting into pretty much within visual range, I do think the AIM 54C Mark 60 could be an effective weapon if used appropriately, you know.
Yeah.
All of my AIM 54 kills lately have been 10 to 15 miles.
Yeah, the Phoenixes, since they burn for like forever, they could be definitely good close range. But the thing is that they're so heavy, they don't get that fast on the deck. Somewhere around
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
1,300 knots or something.
Well, and it's a fine line if you watch them. If you're right around 10 miles, they're still burning, so they're cooking, and they can't turn with a guy that's that can fly out of its gimbal limits. So
Yeah.
it's you got to keep that range, towards the minimums, but you can't get too far away because then they just slow down too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sauce in the chat says that carries 5,000 pounds internally with no bags, so
So I think the external bags are 800 pounds each, if I remember correctly.
something like that. They should have
They have plenty of
more than
fuel.
enough
There's
fuel.
no
Yeah.
there's no doubt they're gonna land. And they're
Yep.
up at 30 plus thousand with, let's see, 40 miles. Yeah, that should be no problem. ETF for pros. They know how to do this. So what do you guys think CTAV might do differently here?
I think maybe this time
That
around they could.
J11, not using all that energy and then not doing anything on
Yeah.
ingress.
That's where I'm at. If I was that guy, I would have sent one, maybe two, as far as out front as I was.
Yeah, that's what
That
I was
But
about to say. Maybe this
because
round he'll shoot
yeah,
first
that
volley.
that
You never know.
that SD10 had some pop from that high and that
Oh yeah.
fast.
Now ETF is extremely good at trashing missiles, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean Toro got up to, you know, really high, really fast, wasted all that energy to get up there, give his missiles all that potential energy, and then just did a split S.
Well, and maybe all that energy was cashed in for more of a bait tactic. Maybe he knew he could burn out and be safe and scrub some
Definitely,
missiles off of these guys.
but ETF, I think, was smart enough to not fire, and maybe CTAV will learn from that.
Yeah, let's see if they adapt.
Toro was clean after that split S, so
Hmm. That's the fun part about this is they have enough time right now waiting on these guys to land that they're in there discussing, what they're going to do differently, and they might come out completely different than they started.
exactly. Yeah. They have to keep the same aircraft. So that is part of the rules. You do have to keep the same aircraft. You can switch pilots, but they cannot change what aircraft they use.
Right, but I'm thinking if they like invert the lineup, send 16s and 18s out first, and let that
Right.
J11
Yeah.
come in
Let
through
that
the back with
J11
some
come in
pop.
over the top. Yeah, I agree, Zim.
Hell yeah!
Yep.
Give that SD10 some juice. Let's see it.
Because we did see ETF kind of pre-notch.
Yeah.
So if he can come in after that, and ETF is starting to turn into sword on targets, and Toro and that J11 is um, just raining from super high, super fast, that could be a difference. We'll see.
Well, and one thing that we can't really visualize, at least from my viewpoint, is I don't know how jammers came into play during that.
That's true.
That's
Jammers
true.
are allowed. So let me pull that up. I might lose your guys' audio, but well, I already put the rules up. So jammers are allowed. No 9X. Um, pretty much everything else is allowed except cruise missiles. You can't take Tals, but not allowed to take any air to ground weapons.
Yep.
And we have seen from stats that the highest kill percentage in SATAC so far have been Fox 2s.
Yeah.
But there were several SD10 kills there.
Yeah, I don't think there was any PL5 shot this round.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think so.
all SC10 kills.
Let's see.
I don't remember.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I remember
Nope.
a 9M came out from CETAV, but that didn't hit.
Yeah, no PL5 shots.
Nope.
Looks like they're
To
going
interrupt-
for a straight-in approach to get this over with.
Yep. To answer the thing about the jammers, I know the J11 has a really strong jammer. Not sure if it's modeled correctly since it's FC3, but it's hard to burn through. The JF17 though, I'm not 100% sure how good it is, but with all 6 jamming, it's probably pretty hard to get through.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. I think there's still a bug with the F15E in the
Yeah.
JF17 jammer. But it doesn't matter in this match. We're not seeing any F15E, so.
Yep.
So let's do a little. Let's see.
Yeah, Electro Bull first in.
Yep.
Watch Electro Bull come in here. What's my keyboard doing? Right, there we go.
I think they might just be doing one at a time. It seems like Lasky's coming right behind him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
followed
they're
by
just
maybe
trying to-
Aspen.
They're just trying to get into the next round.
Yep. Why waste time landing, you know?
No need to do brakes. Overhead brakes, just straight in is fine.
Yep.
Short final, get it over with. Watch out for that big tack-in antenna.
Conveniently parked at the end of the runway.
Yep.
Let's see if we'll see any shoots from the Jeffs here. It's a tiny runway.
Maybe.
I always do the shoot just because it's cool.
Same.
Yeah. Electro Bull's got it.
Oh yeah, they don't
Yep.
need the chute. I just do it anyway. Why-
Same.
Well, Lasky's doing a go around, so
Really?
Yep.
yeah, and Aspen is
Breeze is.
he's
Seems like Riker's coming in though.
yeah. Aspen's still a little fast going over the top right now. Well, I guess so is Lasky.
All right. Looks like
Yeah.
Rector's coming in. No gear though.
Yeah, he's good. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're coming out now. Last second.
At 250 knots though.
He might need to pull that shoe.
That might be wave off.
Seems like
He's
he's going down.
He's gonna force it. Pop it, pop it.
That
Better
chute's
pull
gonna-
that chute.
That chute will need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
We got the chute.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That
broke.
chute ripped off quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gone.
Down to 70 knots, fine. Let's see who's next. Breeze coming in.
Yeah,
Downwind.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yep. Breeze. 200 knots. Right to right.
It seems like Dizzy's going around.
And there's a chute breeze.
Yep.
Nice.
Is there a time
mean-
limit on landing for SATAC?
No, not in SATAC. ACC
Alright.
has that time limit, but not,
Yeah.
not in SATAC. But for
Yeah, that's what.
for KD, it does require that you land to keep
Yep.
your life, so or to not count as a kill. So here comes Aspen. Or what? Oh, Aspen's still at 17K.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next to land here?
Maybe
I'm guessing Lasky.
Yeah. I wonder when Aspen's gonna get down. He's
Let's
just
He
No,
might
chilling
just
there.
be going around.
Just put him on the ground.
Well, see, that's what people don't realize in DCS. Every runway in the game is two-way, so you just land on your appropriate side.
Yep.
Call left, right, whatever.
I think it's gonna be Lasky, Dizzy, then Aspen. Seems like Aspen's coming down though.
Yep, Aspen's doing an overhead break right now. Probably getting behind Lasky.
Yep.
And the air brakes on the JF-17 are so tiny.
Yeah. Does like absolutely nothing to your
It's
speed.
like somebody holding their hands out the window, basically.
Yeah.
Coming the gear down at 215.
They remind me of the MiGs.
Look at that.
What's it called? Air brake.
Oh yeah, the MiG-7 or MiG-19.
Yeah.
And we'll see how
Swirl
this
panel.
goes. This is giving CETAV plenty of time to discuss what they're going to change.
That's true. They've
Yeah.
already messaged me and let us know when to rejoin the server. So
And patience, I love it.
and there we have
Aspen
Lasky
landing.
down.
Yep.
Aspen coming in next.
There's the shoot from Lasky. Oh, hey, how it breaks instantly. That's kind of annoying.
Riker and Electro have done full shutdown procedures.
Might as well. Got quite a lot of time.
Breeze did it on the. He's working on it.
Yep.
Lasky exiting the active now.
Seems like Breeze is parked just to, watch the landings.
Lasky's doing the same.
Yep.
Complete 180 to watch Aspen come in.
Then Dizzy coming in
Sorry,
last.
1 second, guys. Getting a DM here.
Alright. And Aspen's down.
Keep that nose up. And there's the chute. Beautiful. And Dizzy on short final.
Yep. Maybe CETAV will take jammers on their 16s. I didn't see
Sorry,
any.
just getting a message from Breeze here. They only saw 5 kills on chat. But I guess the kill on Toro, the J11, didn't show up in chat. But
I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. It also only shows 5.
it'll all get settled out.
But I mean, they won.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it'll get sorted out. All right. And with that, I will go change scenes. Give me a minute, and I will switch restart the mission. All right, there we are. Restarted the mission. That first round, let's change the score here. All right, so ETF taking first round, 6-0. There was, let me just put this in chat. So, Zim, you said you looked at chat and the kill against the J11 was not in the kill message.
I didn't see it in the chat. I just mainly checked the scoreboard, and it only shows 5. But I mean, we've all flown FC3 planes. I wonder if he's in a situation we've all been in where he got hit, he knew he was down, and he got out of there, so it didn't register.
Got it.
So as long as they add that kill, I think everything will be fine.
All right, so edits does need to leave for a scrim.
Yep. Sorry, guys, but that was a great first round. I had a lot of fun streaming with Gator and Zim. Hoping to do it in the future. Good luck to both
Absolutely.
teams. See you guys later.
All
Good
right,
luck.
have a good luck in your scrim.
Thank you.
Take care. Let's see. Make sure both sides switch teams. They did. They know
Yes, sir.
what to do. Make sure everybody takes the same loadout. So for 16s, 18, J11. So all good there. So we'll see if you know CTAB does anything differently here. I think again that J11 kind of wasted a lot of energy to not do anything.
Even firing on
And
a cold
I
target,
liked,
that missile had some pop.
yeah, and I like your idea. Just put them last.
Yeah, and invert the lineup. I think it would work. we'll see if they do that and see if it works. See if I'm right. Yeah, almost everybody on CETAV is already taxing. 16 and 18 are holding back. The J11's still sitting there. I wonder. I'm curious if he's low on fuel or something like that, so he's got to shut her down and refuel.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Let's take a look. Engines are spooling up.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
would
well, I bet.
say they're taxing to, well, I guess it doesn't matter, but that runway is pretty much parallel with the bubble, but
Yeah.
might have been better
I think.
to taxi
I
down
think.
to the southeastern side.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they made the decision to go inland versus over the water.
Yeah, true.
Because in theory, if they went straight out to the bubble, it's roughly 60 miles, and then turn in. That pushes ETF towards the water slightly.
True. Let's see what ETF is doing here. They're taxiing. Again, these runways here in Persian Gulf can be pretty tiny. So you got to watch out for the camels too.
Yes, sir. There's one on here. I was looking for the name of it, but it might have been on Siri. I was just doing some online shenanigans and ran out of fuel and found this runway, and it was like it had to have been 50 feet long, and it was a helo runway.
Oh yeah, in
Uh
Syria.
huh. Uh
Oh
huh.
yeah, there's tons of them. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Nose gear folded. I was fine though. Walked away.
If you can walk away, it's a good landing, right?
Ground crew was pissed.
Crew chief might be upset, but yeah. Let me chat. Put in chat here. And Spotify has taken a mind of its own. I don't know what this playlist is, but whatever. It's fine.
It does that, man. It goes off the rails, and you'll get some Taylor Swift with your Iron Maiden.
Enable smart. No, let me. I don't want smart shuffle. Stop. Play.
Gator gets done with SATAC stream and creates SATAC playlist.
Well, it's funny with the ACC, Ashlight created a playlist for us for the streamers to use, like his
Nice.
own playlist. So, uh, but for SATAC, we didn't have one, so I just created my own stuff. I thought would be, appropriate. Let's look through. What do you guys think about this playlist? So, I got some Top Gun Maverick, Danger Zone, obviously, Top Gun Anthem, Bodies from Drowning Pool, more Top Gun Maverick stuff, Great Balls of Fire, Killing in the Name of Love, which is playing now, Bulls on Parade, Aces High from Iron Maiden, just a great song, Contact from the Ace Combat. Anything else you'd add here? Zim, I can add it right now. Any
The
recommendations?
I was thinking more in the smart ass realm, so I'll have to give that some thought.
Yeah. Let's see. Shoot to Kill. Oh, that's a good one. Add that. Crazy Train. That's a good one. Add that. Welcome to the Jungle. Oh, got to put that one on there. Hell's Bells, that's a good one. All right.
Into the
So,
Fire, Metallica.
oh yeah, that's a good one. Let me do that. Let's see.
Looks like everybody is lined up.
Is Metallica not on?
Yeah, they did throw a fit years ago, so they might not be on Spotify.
Yeah, looks like it.
ETF's lined up. CETAV's lined up.
Nope, don't see Metallica.
And CETAV has changed the takeoff order.
Probably a good idea.
I love it.
Let's take a look. So 16, 16, 18, J11, 16, 16.
CETAV ready.
CTAB ready? There we go.
Here we go.
I don't start my countdown from 10. That just seems excessive. It's too much to type. Here we see NASA leading off. Watch CTAB take off here.
And ETF is taking off in their normal fashion. But they did change it up a little bit. This is going to be fun.
What'd they do?
Four ship taking off first, and 2 are holding right now.
Oh, I think that's what they did. They do the two ships, and then that last 2 ship breaks off with each of the other 2 ships to create that trail. So 2, 3 ships.
They are still holding.
Oh, they're still holding. Yeah, CTAB is holding too. Interestingly.
Yeah, ETF is completely taken off, split sides, and went for their appropriate target point, and the last 2 are just now rolling.
So we have the J11 and F16, and then looks like Shadow Scar for CETAV is holding.
Yeah, CETAV has completely flipped the coin. They took off one after the other, one by one last round.
Yeah. So look at ETF here with their formation ingress.
Shadow Scar is now rolling.
Let's look at CETAV's ingress here. So it's like NASA is just gonna scream up. No? 808 is only 2.9 degrees. expect probably 15, 20 if you wanted to get super high fast. Let's check out Toro here. Flanker Shore is pretty. Did we see Toro shoot any ETs that round? First round? I don't think so, did we?
Not that I can remember.
Sorry, guys.
ETF looks like they're splitting out wider than they did last time. Two ship, and a 10-mile trail on either side.
Yep. Looks like they're going to try to surround CETAV here. And we'll expect to see that those lead two ships of ETF probably do sort of a pre-notch once they get into the 40-mile range of the lead ship. So let's look at CETAV. Yeah, I got Volk up at 31,000, Nas at 30, Toro is still at 20, not really climbing aggressively. Sorry, swallowed my Coke Zero the wrong way there.
Yeah, the back two on CTAB are climbing pretty aggressively, though. They're losing. Well, hold
Oh,
on.
yeah. That's a good call. The back four. Yeah,
Yep, they're
Volk is
losing
really
speed
getting
while
up there.
climbing.
who's down low. Nope. I don't think that's on NASA.
I think it's on Volk. Toro has dove to 32,000 and he is currently 700 knots. He is still cooking caught.
Yeah, but you should be faster if you dove.
Mm-hmm.
Hell Requiem turning cold.
NASA turning cold. And missile on Volk.
Yeah, that missile is down to 900 knots.
Yeah.
Volk's cold. That won't be a factor.
Looked like it surprised him, though. No missile up north. SD-10 on Toro, maybe?
Yeah, if that's on Toro, that could be dangerous. We'll keep an eye on that. Climbing up through 60,000.
That looks like it's on Hellworkham.
Where'd that 120 come from? Way back. Shadow Scar.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't on Toro, but Toro defended. But look at Electroball coming down here to the southeast. Almost surrounding. So there's a 120 from Wild Child onto Electroball. They trade. Zim, if you could help keep an eye up north.
Yes, sir.
Electroball shoots, immediately gets into an offensive crank. Wild Child at 20,000 returns a shot.
That missile's on
either of these.
That's going to get him. Bam.
Who went down?
I don't remember his name. That long range SD-10 hit a guy in the back. Let's see, we got Volk, Wild Child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was a long way.
Go.
All right, new missile. SD-10 coming in from Lasky's, maybe?
So Aspen from the back catches Shadow Star, who was in the back.
Yeah, caught him high.
Caught him high. Yeah. Very smart shot. You know, ETF probably knew those front guys were going to try to bait shots, get up high, and then split us. And said, you know what? I bet the guys in the back are going to stay high, so...
Yeah, we're already down to 4B6.
Who else did we lose? How did Toro die?
No idea. Didn't see it.
Must have been a CFIT.
Yeah, I missed that one. I got it all the way zoomed out to see everything, and I did not see that one.
That is unfortunate. So, yeah, 6v4.
Trade between Riker and Helcreum right now?
Yep. Riker off cold immediately. Hell Requiem also cold. Let's follow this ST10.
The 120's already dead.
ST10 is following, but Hell Requiem pulling enough G's.
Electrobull's really pushing NASA.
And there's a shot from NASA onto Electrobull. Electrobull has to watch Volk. That could be a off-bore sight. Nope, Volk shooting on a Dizzy. Dizzy returning a shot. This 120 from NASA onto Electrobull. We'll watch that.
Just now breaking 700 knots. He's got it beat, I think. changed what they wanted to do differently, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they did well. They held off ETF for a long time.
All right. So ETF is confirmed they will join after they land for an interview. So yeah, I agree. CTAP, it's their first comp, right? So the fact that they adapted, got two
It,
kills against one of the best teams in DCS.
it shows a lot of character.
Yeah, definitely. And let's see, Naza. So it looks like Hell Requiem will join the interview here after ETF lands.
Awesome. Currently,
And
the
Zim,
chat
I
is
do.
asking.
Sorry, go ahead.
The chat is asking for some Pink Floyd. By the way,
Oh, what song from Pink Floyd would you like?
they didn't say. Just do the wall.
Let's see. Oh, Learning to Fly. Oh, that's a good one. Yep. Let me see.
It's gonna take these guys a few minutes. They're not far. 51 miles. Riker's on the lead.
picture he wanted and turned back to the formation.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was the first one in the first match. I was the first one, if I recall well, to deliver the first shot for our team.
Hmm.
And I was trying not to make a kill, but to disrupt the formation in the front and
Yes,
try to
posture shot.
drill. Yeah, exactly. To drill a hole while I was flying low because I was flying pretty high,
Hmm.
40,000 feet, something like that. I push my weapon and then invert and go straight to the ground. Then
Yes,
I get level and Toro start to build up the situational awareness. Sometimes it happens, it works, but most of the time, especially when you know what you are facing, veterans, pilots who know the business, you know you're not gonna make the kill,
right.
but maybe you will have the opportunity to drill a little bit of a hole and start to force a battle in the close range. Of course, the
Sure.
S10 at close range, they have a pretty decent management of their tactics. We really appreciate the opportunity to fight these guys.
Well, yeah, ETF is one of the best in all of competitive DCS. They've won several comps. I mean, this team with the JF-17 has it mastered like no one other. And Zim and I were very impressed with the second round, the way you guys adapted. Um, I really love the way you guys changed tactics in um, not only, yeah, Zim, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, yeah. You guys adapted to the situation very well. You sent them home with 4 instead of the 6 for the previous round. So you guys did very well at adapting and resorting your order of takeoff and resorting how you fight these guys. And I really enjoyed the second round.
Yeah.
For us was amazing, especially because I have a little bit more than 2 years training these guys. I am the responsible for the air combat deployment and tactics inside CETAV. And I tell these people, you have to do your business. They are good. They know how to fight, but we are also good. We also have the knowledge to respond the fight, at least to respond the fight. So it's in my belief and my impression. Of course, I will see the tag view and dissect the tactics, but it's in my impression that we present a better employment of our tactics. But of course, we always try to find what we go wrong and try to affinate or polish our tactics, of course.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, that was obvious between, the first and second round. You guys had some time to regroup. I'm sure between, waiting for ETF to land, you guys kind of regrouped and came up with a different approach, which obviously was effective. Getting any kill against ETF is very impressive. So um,
Definitely.
having
I'm sorry, Alpha. Smowin is telling to me that he actually achieved a kill with IM7 Sparrow.
He
that was
did.
a
He
So,
did. It was
yes,
freaking
that was a
awesome, bro.
highlight to me. That was
yeah,
the highlight of the stream. When we see a sparrow kill, I get so excited. I can't tell you. So
So I
yeah,
ain't gonna tell you what to do with your team, but that dude gets MVP.
yeah. I don't care. I know ETF. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love CETAV, but to get a sparrow kill is just my all-time favorite. So um, that was awesome.
yeah,
That's my vote for MVP of this match.
I
Was that
agree.
that
I
sparrow
agree.
kill on that thing? That was awesome.
yeah.
Yep.
I was shocked because you carry these missiles to employ a tactic of diverting only, not to achieve a kill. But he told me I ran out of missiles and I don't want to jeopardize the fire with the M9. So I go to the M7. I was inside parameters, inside the weapons envelope. The only thing I need to wait is the time to achieve the splash, and he did it.
Yes, that an aim 7 kill takes some skill, man. That was
Yes.
awesome.
Yes, usually here in setup, I start always training people with Fox One
Nice.
until they master Fox One, and then we pass to another stuff like Fox Three and TWS and all that things. Oh, ETF is here.
All right. Well, we've got Breeze here. We were just talking to Hell Requiem, congratulating them on a, you know, after the first round 6-0 win for you guys, but being able to get 2 kills, including a Sparrow kill, and changing their tactics. Breeze, what were your thoughts on that match?
Yo, hello. What's up, guys? That was a pretty cool match. That was fun. It was good to play a new team that I
Buenas
played before.
tardes, mis amigos.
Buenas tardes.
¿Qué tal?
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás, Ricker?
Bien, bueno. ¿Tú?
Excelente, excelente.
Sí, muy bueno.
Me parecerá buena idea si pasamos a inglés para que el resto de las personas puedan continuar la conversación. I think it's a good idea to change to English and continue the conversation.
Sí, lo siento. Soy viva en España, necesito hablar más español.
Wherever you want, you can fly with us in CETAV. We are all of them Argentinian and South American. Me personally from Mexico, so wherever you want, you can practice.
Guapo, no pasa nada. Sí.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, as I was saying, good to get to play a team we've never played before. It's always a cool experience. We've seen them play in ACC or AC squared a few times against Toro and Team WF and stuff, but not really sure what they were going to do in SATAC. To be specific, we expected some things from them. They didn't do some things. They did some things that we expected. Interesting.
Yeah, well, it was a great match, and appreciate you guys joining. And for CETAV first match, I think this is your first match in SATAC, right? I think your original first match got forfeited, or the team withdrew. So, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So, yeah, just great come back in the second round to get 2 kills against, like I said, a great team, ETF, and get a Sparrow kill. Put that definitely on your livery. You got a Sparrow kill against ETF, right? Sorry, Breeze, but
Definitely.
Don't add to it. We're good.
But I've fought against ETF so many times. Those guys are amazing. Anything else you guys want to add or comment on during the match?
I have a question.
I just want to say thank you for ETF, Race, Riker, and the rest of the guys. We really enjoyed it, and we for sure we're gonna learn something from here and change our tactics. Always training, always getting better, and make progress. And this is DCS. For the rest of the people listening to this, if you have any doubts, anything, what kind of machine or equipment I need, just go for it. This is amazing. This is incredible. One day you are doing one thing, next day you are inside of a cockpit of your favorite fighter airplane. Thank you very much. In the name of CETAV, we really appreciate the match. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
No problem.
Absolutely, we really enjoyed that.
Zim, you said you had a question?
I do have a question. So now that this is all over, if you guys, CETAV and ETF, were to hop right back in for a rematch, what would be the choices of map and weather?
ETF first.
Just to make it more fun, we'll go with nighttime with storm and a map of the hills.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah,
It's like ATO3. It's like ATO.
I definitely agree.
Oh
Okay.
god, that was fun. That was terrible.
See,
Yes, but it's funny. Not necessarily in dark, completely dark, but in sunsets, just before the dark. That's gonna be fantastic.
Okay.
I agree. It's
I
beautiful.
was just
DCS at
curious.
dusk or dawn is gorgeous. So
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Something else.
Yeah, right as the sun's setting, the full moon's coming up.
yeah,
Beautiful.
it is.
I
All
was just
right.
going to say to CETAV, it's excellent to see another like a Spanish speaking team into the DCS arena. You know, you got a lot of basically mostly English people international. It's good to kind of foster that kind of community within DCS. I think it helps with the diversity of the different kinds of pilots that we can accommodate. I think you guys will be very doing very well in the future. You know, you're going to pull in a lot of people from different parts of South America, Central America, North America, and I think that you over time you'll be a very good team. You're already a very good team now, but I think you will be one of the best later on in the competition life cycle.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Riker. Thank you very much. We really try to push that way. And Latin America, it's a very big community. Maybe it's not that present in streaming or events, but for
Exactly.
sure, there is a lot of people in Latin America flying, making missions, making anything stuff in DCS. Very funny. In fact, as a matter of fact, down here is 08TH. That's a Latin American squadron from Peru. Red Raptor and I created that squadron a long time ago, and here we are again fighting in the SATAC. So that's kind of the thing
Brilliant.
that
Brilliant.
you are speaking, Riker.
And
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
just
good.
going to post your Discord here on chat so people can join Hell Requiem and the as you mentioned Central South America um, region if interested. So I agree, it's great to have expanding the community and
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. The barrier language is a little bit problematic at the beginning, but some of us can communicate in English a little bit well. So go ahead, go
Sí,
ahead.
poco a poco.
Sí, un poquito, pero
Un
si también
poquito, un
quieren
poquito.
repasar un poquito el español, if you want to make a little touch in Spanish, you can do it. And yeah, we are here for anything. If you want to scream, if you want to join us just to hang out in a server, we're happy to be.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Great match. Appreciate you guys putting on such a great battle, and good luck for the rest of the SATAC season.
No,
No,
thank you
you.
to you guys.
All right,
Thank you.
take
thank you for
care.
streaming today.
Thanks everybody for watching, and with that, we will end it. Zim, thank you for co-hosting. Thanks for edits
Anytime.
earlier. All right, take care, everybody. Be safe. Peace
Yeah,
out.
fly high.
Yep.
Fly high.
See you fellas. Look good to see you next time.